welcome back, and welcome back. Today we're going to make a lemon chicken orzo soup. We're going to use some extra virgin olive oil. I've got 2 cartons of chicken broth. Chicken stock will work just fine. Garlic salt. We have some thyme there. Some lemon pepper, bay leaves, Mrs. Dash. I've got black pepper here. We've got about 1/4 of a cup of dill, fresh dill. I've got almost a cup of celery, and that's a little over of leeks. I had to let them soak, and I told you how I've done that before, and I'll explain it more as I start cooking. A couple of lemons, some orzo pasta, some carrots, and of course you need chicken breast, bone and skin on, because we want that flavor, and that flavor is going to help us out a lot with how delicious this turns out. Okay, so here is your shot of everything we're going to use. So let's get cooking. All right, let's get this baby started. So I'm going to start off with about, I would say maybe 3 tablespoons of oil, enough to completely cover the bottom of this pan. Okay, so 3 tablespoons. Then I'm going to go in with those leeks, as well as the celery. And then I'm going to go in with those carrots. I'm going to saute this up. And you can absolutely use smaller carrots. I just want bigger chunks in mine. Totally a preference. Do what you want to do, right? I'm going to go in about 2 tablespoons of Mrs. Dash. We're just getting this base of this going. I want to do the same with the lemon pepper. I'm going to go in with about 3 tablespoons of that as well. 2 tablespoons. I said 3, but I mean 2. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same with the garlic salt. 2 tablespoons. And then I'm just going to saute this up, and I'm going to let it go for about 5 minutes, okay? So we're getting this baby started. So about 5 minutes. And then I'll be back. Stir every minute, okay? I'll be back. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and go in with the zest of one of those lemons. And then I'm going to also go in with the juice, okay? And like I said about those leeks, what I do with the leeks is I slice them up. I put them in a bowl with a cap full of vinegar, and I let them sit for a good hour just to get all that dirt and grit out of them, because they are really nasty, but they add so much flavor to any dish. Like I always tell you, fresh herbs, fresh citrus, you know, it really does make a difference to a dish. Okay, it really does. Okay, there's the zest of one. And then we're going to go ahead and put the zest of the other one in there. And I'm also going to put the juice from both of these lemons in there as well, okay? So like I said, you know, leeks, they are really dirty. They are infested with dirt and no telling what other kind of insects. So I go ahead and I slice them up, like I said. I put them in a bowl with a cap full of vinegar. And I let them set in that for a good hour. And then I turn around and rinse them a couple of times, and then they're ready to go. Okay? Alright, I'm going to get over here, and I'll be right back, and I'm going to get that lemon juice in there. Alright, I'm going in with that lemon juice. And like I said, the juice of both lemons. And these are some pretty juicy lemons. So I'm going to get the juice from both of them. Whew, it's shooting everywhere. I'm going to get the juice from all 4 slices, 2 lemons, and I'll be back. Alright, we got the juice in there, and we're going to let this go for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to add in the chicken and a couple of more seasonings, okay? So I'm going to let this go for a couple of minutes and let those flavors get to know one another and become good friends. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, those breasts are really huge, and it is 2 of them. If you need to, if they're smaller than this, you can add 4. I'm going to go in with a couple of tablespoons of thyme at this point. I'm going to go ahead and go in with a good tablespoon of black pepper. I'm also going to go in with a couple of bay leaves. Okay. I'm going to put in one of those cartons of chicken broth. Okay, and if you don't have chicken broth, water will work just fine. I'm also going to go in with a couple of cups of water to add to that. Okay, so now I'm just going to let this come to a boil and let her do what she does. Okay, we're going to let her cook. And I'm going to come back and check her in about 35 minutes because, like I said, they are pretty big. So I'll be back in about 35 minutes, and I'll let you see where we're at. We're just going to boil this uncovered. I'll be back. All right, I've taken the chicken out of the pot. I've let it cool a little bit, and now I'm just going to break it off. I'm going to take that skin because we're not going to use that skin. Okay, we're not going to use any of that. We're not going to use any of the bone. So we're just going to break it off into pieces and then put it back in the pot. And that's all I'm going to do. Just break it up into pieces. You can cut it or you can just break it. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just going to break it up. No need in cutting it up. You can just go ahead and break it up. But like I said, you can definitely cut it if you want to. Just get out a knife and cut it on up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this chicken, break it up into pieces, and then I'm going to put it back into the pot. All right? We're not keeping the bone or the skin, and I'll be right back. Okay, I had turned this down to a simmer while I let that chicken cool off. See how much chicken those two little breasts gave us? So we're going to bring this back up to a boil. So we're going to give it about 3 minutes. And then once that comes up to the boil, we're going to add that orzo. And it won't be long. The soup will be done. So we're going to give it 3 minutes, and I'll be back. Doesn't that look delicious already? And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. All right, Gigi, be back. Okay, it has come to a boil. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and put in that orzo, which is only half the box that I'm using here because I've already used the other half for another dish another time. So this only needs to cook for about 8 to 10 minutes on a medium-high heat. And then this soup will be done almost. Because when we get to that point, once the orzo is done, then we're going to add a little bit of something else to it. All right, so we're going to let this go for 8 to 10 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, I've taken out the bay leaves. And all that's left to do to this is add the dill. Turn off the fire, and we are ready to rumble. That's it. And our delicious soup is done. Just like that. It's over. It's done. Took us a little while to get those layers in, but oh my goodness. Let me get her ready for a close-up. I'll be right back. There she is. Things made easy with Gigi. All day, every day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and feel free to share. Now, if you don't want your chicken shredded, just wait to put your chicken in at the very last minute just so it can kind of heat through once the pasta's done. And it won't be shredded. I like mine shredded. It stretches further. All right? Everybody be blessed and stay safe. You know me. You'll see me next time. Take care, you guys.